Good morning, Flosstube. Welcome to Justsewsherrie. I'm Justsewsherrie here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Did you say that? Well, hello. Dust. Lots of dust. Well. What a start. What a start. I remember last year we did the Ghosts of Christmas because they were flipping these lights and things swirling around me most of the video. So, well, that was unusual. Welcome. It is Saturday the 14th of December. I've done the who am I, what am I, where am I thing already. I feel like new girl again because it's been a month. keep catching my eye on them. It's been a month since my last Flosstube. I did do a Harrogate knitting and stitching one last week, and that was kind of safe territory, if you like, because there was just, this is all I'm doing and that's it. Whereas this one's more of a proper Flosstube, more of a talky one, isn't it? So yes, I have been MIA. If you didn't see last week's, what do I say? I've got some health stuff currently going on, and I just need a little bit of time out to deal with something. But I'm trying to get back, and I have to confess I'm very nervous. Really nervous. I really feel like I'm a new girl again. So please excuse me for most of the mistakes I know I'll make. Where do we start with then? Justsewsherrie. Justsewsherrie, turn your phone off when you're doing important stuff. Which, well, weirdly enough, that was probably a very good timing. Been away a month, so there could be a few. But the one I've chosen, I've been sleepwalking again. You know how you've got your messages, and you've got your like scroll of messages. So it was whenever it was, but it was the afternoon of the next day. And I thought, Alison, what was I talking to Alison about? And I forget a ton of stuff. You know me by now. But what have I been sent, Alison? Shall I show you what I sent? I sent her a photo of me. Note the time. Is it 01:54? Something like that. I could only apologise. I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm laughing about it now, but at the time, I was mortified. So, if I've got your number and you get a text after 9 p.m, I am not responsible for that, right? My overactive brain has obviously decided that I wanted to say hello to Alison in the middle of the night. And she did say, she says, oh, it's okay, I just thought you were sending us a photo to remind me what you looked like. It's like, I don't really need to remind anybody who I am. It's usually, Stacey Nash's mum said, what was it she said? Oh, I was going to say you're irreforgettable. That's a good word, irreforgettable. Can't remember, but basically she said I wasn't forgettable. So there you go. I have got a lot. So I've been away a month. Have you seen this little cat? He has never left my side for the last few weeks. I know, You haven't you not? He's slept with me, he's been on my legs, on my stitching seat downstairs. He's just never left my side. And these, well, both of them were cats that never sat on my knee, ever, until about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And, you know, they say animals know. They definitely do. They definitely do. Now, Jem does. But he's a good lad, aren't you? Not like Scout, he's a little... words I can't say on Flosstube in case you've got any children's around. So, I've got quite a lot to show you. I have got 2 relatively big finishes. One big one. One, it's a medium one, but it took me a while to do. I've got a mini finish. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new starts, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whips. So where shall we start? Shall we start with finishes? I'll show me little mini finish first. And Jem's actually sitting on the others, so he's not going to be very happy when I thank him for his kindness, but tell him to sod off. Which one did I finish? God almighty. It was that one. So, I've got the light and of course it's blown it all out. So these are little gnomes that I got from Etsy. Little Christmas gnomes, and they are from Sam X Stitch. And so far I have done that one, that one, that one, and I'm sure I've done another one, but I've fully finished it. So I have picked up, so this is a mini new start as well then, I suppose. So I finished that one and started the next one. And they're only little, and I would like to get them done so that I can de-kit. I'd forgotten I even had them until I went hunting for things to stitch this Christmas and just having a general look through my stuff. And I came across them, I was like, I loved them. And I did. And then it means I can de-kit as well. Have I just said that? I might have. So, Jeremy, we're going to need to move you. That's his full name, by the way, Jeremy. My daughter was quite surprised when she asked. Come on then, let me have my... Jem, I need you to... I'm sorry, but I need you to move. We'll just tell the people that how important I am. I will go and sit on your whips instead. Well done. You're a good lad, aren't you? So, and I'm going to be in the bad books with, I think it was Jackie who said, don't finish this for a while because I want to keep saying it every week, so I'm sorry. Santa's Parade by Cottage Garden Samplings. So when last you saw it, Jem, I don't need a co-host. I mean, I probably do, but I don't need him as a co-host. No, we're not doing this. No, we're not doing this. Right, you can sit down now. So, when last you saw it, I had done Santa. I had done most of the little squirrel, the fox, and the little rabbit. So since you've seen it, I finished off this big heart. I've done this cart. I've done all the... Cart, did I say? Done this heart even. All the little doodads and things that I put in. I have put their little Santa hats on and put their little noses on. No, I didn't forget. I know, I'm amazed. And I've done the deer. And I've finished doing... So I've done quite a bit on this. I frogged me bee. So if anybody can remember... This has got, I did have the pattern to hand, but this has got alphabetic letters. It's got the alphabet. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a, what do you call it? A memorable. I think it's going to be a memorable. I will remember that name that Marlene called us. Didn't say irreplaceable, it was something like that. Unforgettable. Yes, Sherrie, learn words before you try and speak. So I forgot the B that was sitting over here somewhere, and I didn't put the letters in, and I know loads of you in the comments said that you'd done it and you hadn't put the letters in either. I just didn't see that they added value. I really didn't. It's not, to me this isn't a sampler. So sorry Cottage Garden Samplings, but just didn't work for me, and I made it my own. So I put in a whole load. I just picked some different doodads and just put them in randomly. And then I did all the white along the bottom. I'd only done 3 snow blocks, and I've put the pink in everywhere. So I've done quite a lot to get this finished, but I'm pleased. I'm pleased it's finished. It won't be getting fully finished for this year. I don't think anything will get fully finished for this year. I'm not really doing Christmas this year. I know this is a nod to Christmas, but this is as much Christmas as I'm doing. Yeah, I'm doing Christmas stitching because I'm enjoying it. But I haven't put any decorations up or anything like that. I'm just not feeling it. But that's all right. There's always next year. So that is that. That is Christmas Parade. Santa's Parade? Christmas Parade by Cottage Garden Samplings. And it is a glorious stitch. I enjoyed it anyway. And my big, I think this is a big finish. It might not be compared to a 300 by 300 sampler, but I think this is a big finish. Now, my friend the dog, I think you all know Rachel, the talking stitcher. No, the talking dog stitcher. I can't be stopping and starting all the video, so it's just gonna be a car crash, I think. But we'll get through it together. We will get through it together. So me and the dog started Christmas rules on 1st of July. Broke it into chunks, monthly chunks, like I had done with Hive Rules the year before. But that was a Primrose Cottage sale. So I thought I'm going to do that with Christmas and see if I can. To be honest, I didn't hold out much hope. So we split it into chunks. The theory was to have it done for the 1st of December. And it was to have a big Christmas one done by then. We did it. If you've already seen Rachel's Flosstube, you will know we did it. But we did it. Well, you'll know that she did it. But I did it too. Look at that. Isn't that... Hang on, move back. Isn't that fabulous? And I was going to put it closer to the camera so that you can check I've finished everything. Because, right, when I thought I was finished, well, almost finished, I put it in the group chat that we've got, and Rachel says, oh, you've missed the snowflake off the tree. Oh, okay then. Oh, you've missed the, what else was it I'd missed? There was something else. There was 3 things. Every time I came back and said, I've done it. Oh, no, you haven't done this bit. Oh, all right. And I would trundle away and do me a little bit. Come back. I'm finished. No, you need to do... yeah. So I'll bring it close for you to see. Do I want to know if you see anything I should have done that I haven't? Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose I do want to know. I mean, I don't, but I do. So, yeah, that is it. So, yes, I did notice today, when I got it out, This little snowman doesn't have a smile. And I think he's probably supposed to. I would need to look at the pattern again, but I think he's probably meant to have a smile. His pal does down here. He mate on the sledge, he's smiling because he's sledging. And I did change the D for the G to make it sledging, because we don't call it sledding in the UK. And there was a lady from Australia. It's funny because I looked up the word sledding. No, I looked up the word sledging, that was it. Just to double check how to spell it, to make sure that I was doing it right. Because I couldn't remember if there was an E, because sledge would have an E after it, so I just wanted to check. And it came up with the, you know, the Wikipedia, what do you call it? Translations? The dictionary things. And it said it was a way to roast, not cook, but roast, take the mick out of Australia's cricketers in Australia. Guys, hang on in there, honestly. It's got to get better. It has to, I'm sure. And I thought nothing more of it until a lady put in the comment, like, oh my God, that's what we do to the cricketers. Everybody does. You know, here in Australia, I can't even think of the word sledging without thinking that, it just doesn't translate at all. So that was interesting to find out. So there you go. That's what sledging means in Australia. So that is it. Is it going to get fully finished? I haven't even fully finished Hive Rules, and I finished that 18 months ago. Whenever it was. I will get there. I will get there. When I've got loads of money and I can just go, do you know what? Take it to the framer. Take them all to the framer. So that's that. They are my finishes. Ding-a-ling-ling-ling-ling. Because I think they deserve a jingle. Definitely deserve a jingle. Okay, moving on to starts. Now, apologies, I'll have to do a little bit of editing there, and I won't tell you why, but I'll have to. Anyway, so me and Rachel finished Christmas Rules. Started in July, finished for December, which we did, both of us, which is not even a minor miracle, it's a pretty major one. So I said, right, what are we starting now then on the 1st? And Rich was like, oh God, I don't know, what do you think? So I had a one kitted up that I'd been wanting to start. That was, yeah, I'd kitted with every intention of starting much sooner than I did, but I hadn't started it. So I suggested Christmas Tiny Town. And I was thinking, no, we can just do that in December, and that'll be another sort of Christmas finish. And when I suggested it, Rachel, she was like, oh yeah, definitely. She said, I've got a tiny start on it, but that's fine. I can still go with that being our next stitch. And we didn't set a time, I didn't mention it. And then a little while later, I thought, do you know, I've got all these Advent stitches and everything else. And these tiny towns take a lot more stitching than you realise. There's a lot of colour changes in them. Yeah, they are. They take some stitching. They're not quick. I was going to say 20 by 20, but they're not sort of quick 60 by 60 smalls. They take a bit more than that. Anyway, I'm trying to justify it to you so you can go, yeah, Sherrie, we agree. So I said to Rachel, how do you fancy doing one house a month? Well, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses. How do you fancy doing a house a month? There's the tree as well, and obviously there's the bits in between. So it's up to us individually as to which bits we do with the monthly house. So we're going to do a house a month, and that is much more manageable to finish for 30th of June, which means we can then start on the 1st of July with a new Christmas stitch. And maybe something a little bit bigger. Well, I mean, to be fair, we'll need to see what we've got on at the time. But yeah, so it means that, and I didn't even realise it until, I think I can't remember who it was that said it. It might have been the turtle. I can't remember. Said, oh, I think that's really lovely what you're doing with a year-round Christmas stitch. And I thought, oh yeah, that is what we're doing. That wasn't intentional. So thanks for pointing that out. Can you hear the bloody... It's me footstool creaking, right, not me chair. Me toes have put weight on. Right. I'm saying I'm not doing Christmas, you know. But the Christmas food's a different matter. Well, you know, Christmas food's a must partake in, I think. Anyway, so this is where I have started. It's quite a small start. This light is awful. It's quite a small start. And I am doing it on Icy Morning. And I think it's the Fabric Flare, but it was printed and I got it from Lakeside in the Fabric of the Month. And it is a very, very, very pale green and grey. So hopefully it will go. That's annoying as now, that creaking. So yeah, that's as far as I am. And that is our new Christmas stitch, but it's going to be way more manageable. I think sometimes, and I know we're all guilty of buying too much cross stitch and, you know, having stash and all the rest of it. But it can act in an adverse way. It can be really overwhelming when you look at what you've got, and then. Yeah, I just get a little bit overwhelmed sometimes with, I want to do this, but I want to do that, and I want to do that, and I can't do this, and I need to do that, and I end up doing none of it. So, yeah. So, some of my starts, which will be relatively noisy because I've got my speaker there, are Advent starts, as in from my Advent boxes. So, Historical Sampler kindly gifted me one of their Advent boxes. I have bought it in the past and I would buy it again. I would highly recommend it. This has nothing to do with the fact they've given us it. I genuinely think it's really lovely. And the quality of everything they do is superb. Even the, like the bags, they're not thin. They're like really nice paper, thick paper. So yes, I would recommend their Advent box without a shadow of a doubt. So this was day 10 pattern, I think it was. So you get patterns. Joanne and Suzanne, I'm sorry. I can't remember. Because there's more to come, you see. There might be 5. Or I could be entirely making that up. Anyway, I think this was, let's have a look, what was this was day 5, I think. Yes. Day 1 is the gingerbread house. Day 5, that's right, it's every 5 days there's a new pattern. That's why I'm thinking 5. So this was day 5, and then I've got day 10 as a start as well, so I'll show you that in a moment. And then you get it start on day 15, day 20. I think it only goes up to 24. So I started the little robin, and it is just a start. So that is my little robin. And again, for my US and other country viewers, we associate robins with Christmas time. So yes, and that is the needle minder I got off them on day 2. And they're just such good quality. Everything, honestly. I'm going to show you. So it's, the back is like, it's even finished off with a little cover on the magnet. It's just gorgeous. I do love their stuff. I flipping love their stuff. I do. So that, I've done a little robin. And I was saying, I keep saying these bloody things. It must be dust. I must need to, hang on a second. Because I kind of be, let me just, right, that was my thumb. Can you see his better? Just rub them, the thing, just in case. Was that it? Was right, it's getting freaky now. Stop, please. So, yeah. Sorry, that's thrown me a little bit. It has to be dust. It's dust, Sherrie. It's just because you're manly. That is the robin, and it's lovely. And it's done on, they always send all the stuff for it, so it's done on 16 count Zweigart Ada. 1/1. No, it's not 1/1. I'm doing it 2/1. Yes, you heard me correctly. 2/1. We will see how far it goes. 2/1. But yeah, I'm doing loop start, so I'm being a little bit cheeky, a little bit lazy. Next new start is from them as well, and it was the day 10 start. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. I'm properly waxing lyrical about them, aren't I? Little snowman. I love these little ones. And I've just done, I don't know if you can remember, I don't know where it is. Don't know where it is. Oh, I'm sore today. I'm sore. So no flinging myself around. It was a little reindeer that I've just done not long ago. And it was from last year, and it's really, really lovely. It's dead sweet. So snowman, however, I did change the Ada for linen. I just fancied mixing it up a little bit. I really did. So I have chosen, can you, that's dreadful. I need to sort my lighting out. That is awful, isn't it? Can you see it? So I'm actually nearly finished this, to be fair, and the reindeer I did in 2 sittings of a few hours each, so you could knock it out in a day if you're just sitting doing that, and you haven't got things like work or anything else. You could definitely do it in a day. But I just fancy doing something a little bit different, so I chose 36 count parchment. The reason I chose it was because this random piece was lying in my fabric drawer. Honestly, I buy so much stuff, you know, but I'm dead frugal as well. If I've got a little piece that I think will do a small somewhere along the line, I'll just put it back in and try and use it. So yes, it was a, I love this. And this is 1/2, back to my usual. You can't see it very well, I'm so sorry. That's a little bit better. But I should finish that maybe today or tomorrow, depending on how much stitching I get done. Because we're going to talk about that as well. Funnily enough. Because it's a Flosstube. Right, this other new start is another Advent one. It is Modern Folk Embroidery. It's the Evertotes. So it's a collaboration Jacob does with Evertotes, Roxy Floss, Cherry, I think it is. I make it sound like I know them and I don't. And is it Caroline Evertones? Again, I don't know them, I just know their names. So we are on to, where are we? We're on to day 14. Oh, and I haven't opened it. I have opened it. Day 14 is here. So I can show you in a moment with the threads. And this is as far as I am. And I am doing pretty well. I am up to, let me have a look. So I have got, I can't show you because obviously it's the pattern. I've got two big motifs here and here, must be like the flowers. You can see I've started doing them with pink peppermint, it's called. So yeah, I've got those two to do either side. I do have another one little line along here that I haven't done yet, the red line. And then, is that day 14? That is day 14. That means I'm caught up then. So once I've done this, I'm pretty much, oh, I've got a couple of things to come off here. So I've got a couple more leaves to put in. So I'm not far behind, to be fair. I'm only maybe a day behind. And it looks like today is going to give us maybe a little bit of a catch up. Oh, there's some more bits going to go in here today. And there's a line under here as well that's going to go in today. And there might be other bits that, I mean, this pattern is not probably very conducive to me because it's bits and pieces all over that they put in for the next day. And I miss them. You know, I miss them on a normal pattern, let alone a mystery one. When you think, oh God, I don't know what's gone in. And I have to confess, right, I've got a little bit of a, the pattern symbols are very, very small. Very small. So they're really difficult to make out. Now, I mean, yes, I wear glasses, but I wouldn't say I'm horrendously sort of, my sight is awful. But yeah, it's taken some doing to really focus in and see the symbols. So don't know what the answer is to that. Maybe make them coloured, I don't know, different colours, or I don't know what the answer is. Because obviously it comes on a piece of A4 every day. So 14 is this beauty. How do you blue? Like that. Do you know, and they've been glorious, the threads. Really, really glorious. I'm sure you've been watching Michelle. Or if you follow Cross Stitch MD, Shiloh, she's been doing it on Instagram. But these colours. And we're going to be left with, what, 25 Roxy flosses? I don't think that's bad. Would I do it again next year? And yes, I have bought this. Would I do it again next year? Yeah. I'm not, the pattern probably isn't something I would choose to do as yet. As yet? Yeah, it isn't something I would probably choose to do. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the daily stitch count, I think, is about right. What have I done here? I'm trying to put them on. Ignore me. I'm trying to ignore me. Don't ignore me. It's me that you're watching. However, I should say, please ignore me because most things I say are slightly off the wall, maybe. I think they're fairly normal, but apparently other people don't. So that is that. So that would be my one criticism, would be the pattern. I'm struggling to see. It's not very obvious where what the symbols are, and therefore it's not very obvious what's new each day sometimes, because there's bits going in all over the place. So, and obviously, I mean, you have to, because it's the one colour. You can't do one colour at the top and then it's not going to be rainbow like all the way to ants, but you could. Here's a good idea if anybody wants to do an advent start in rainbow, or a mystery sal in rainbow colours. One colour a day and you work your way down. That would be, I think that would be a great idea. This is a new start I chose. I mean, I chose the others, but this is one that I did to make me feel happy, because it's been a bit of a month, and I just felt the need to do something a bit close to my primmy heart. So I chose Christmas, Queen of the Needles. This is Glorious by Primitive Hair. Isn't it just that red? Which I'm not using, funnily enough, but I just love that red. So, where am I? Well, this is a new, bearing in mind this is a new start. I'm quite far. So this is where I am. I'm not even going to acknowledge them anymore. So I've done the top, which is I'll show you. So this is going to be the garland here with things hanging off it. So I've done that. I've done the leaves. Well, I was busy plotting in the leaves yesterday. So I've got a few more to go in down here. I'm halfway through the little train. Nearly finished the candy canes. There's a little bit more white to go in under here. I've got some stuff to go in up here as well. A couple of hanging bulb, like a couple of these need to go in up here. But yesterday when I started, because I'm a top left starter normally, well I am, but you can see when I had it in the hoop yesterday, the hoop sort of came to here, and then I had it in my Lowry stand, so it was just encroaching on the stitching, so I didn't want to do it too close, because I've done that before when I've done it too close and I've ended up stitching a bit of the other fabric that's folded underneath. So yeah, so I just thought, no, Sherrie, be sensible, do right to left instead of left to right. So that was what I did. Yeah, so I've done the snowflakes. I just wanted to get the vegetables done before I hit that beautiful, beautiful lady in red. Isabella's just, I'm going to show you it again, because look at it. And I am doing it not with all the cold fall, but as much as I had. I've got really quite brave recently of picking my own colours. And I did. I've picked a few of my own because I just wanted to start it, and I just thought, no, do you know what? Go with it, Sherrie. Go with it. Be brave. Step out your comfort zone. So I have changed. The white is white, obviously. The Buckeye Scarlet is meant to be her dress, but I chose Merlot by Roxy Floss instead. And it is coming up. I think it's coming up. I mean, I don't know what Buckeye Scarlet would be compared to it, but I think it's coming up really well. Really lovely. Really deep, rich velvet red. The beige brown, I'm using Mariner's Compass for. It's meant to be DMC 842. And I haven't got it. I was just having a look. I've got it in... Oh, it doesn't matter. Black is black. DMC 839 I didn't have to hand, so I chose Molasses by Weeks, and Piney Woods or DMC 730. I chose Pine Needles, Classic Colourworks. So I've literally, I suppose, done my own conversion, but it's not a conversion to different colours or anything like that. I've just substituted. I've done all my substitutes. So that's what I've done. And I'm doing this on, I have no idea, because the little card's fallen off. I don't know what it is. It's just a, I would say, medium brown samplery kind of colour. And it's 36 count because I'm doing it 1/2. If I find it, I'll let you know next week. I'm being confident that I'll be back next week. What is next week? It's not Christmas, is it? Christmas is during the week. So I'm working either side of it. That's a bit pants. That was another reason I thought, I'm not even going to bother. I'm not going to bother this year. So they, believe it or not, are all my new starts. So I'll just have a quick shuffle around. We'll go on to whips. I've just realised I forgot to tell you. So me and Rachel, when we did Christmas rules, I found the pattern. We did a sal and a val. So we did a finish along, and I'm telling you about it because I've never seen anybody do it before or mention it. So what we did was we agreed, because we were both up to speed, we agreed we would finish it the same day. And actually we went even better than that. We, on WhatsApp, we were like, right, how close are you? How many stitches you got to go? Okay. Are you ready to stitch yet? No, give us 10 minutes, da-di-da-di-da. So we literally finished together. Technically, Rachel beat me. She finished by 6 minutes, quicker than me. But it was lovely. Just a really lovely idea. I don't know, it just makes my heart all warm that we started it together and we finished it together, quite literally. So it was really, really lovely. And also what I should have said was I am going to do this as a giveaway. Christmas rules. This was donated to me. This was kindly gifted to me by Val Lawson, which is why I've got the little V on. And I've always said things that I've been given I will then pass forwards as well. So I'll do this as a giveaway at the end. I think there was something else I was going to talk about, but I've forgotten. Surprise, surprise. Let's move into whips, and if it comes back, it'll come back. If it doesn't, it won't. Oh, the Jingle Ball. Yes, we had the Jingle Ball, didn't we? We had the Jingle Ball. And where is my cover page for this? Here's the cover page. There it is. You can see it. So this is Tiny Modernist, a gingerbread house that I was doing. Have to confess, I haven't even watched it yet. I was just kind of, I didn't do much of the Jingle Ball. I did a couple of hours each day and that was enough for me. And I met some really lovely people, including a lot who watched me. And I was like, what are you watching me for? Go and watch Carol Sodbox or Narissa or who else was I think? Oh, I met Kim, the Contented Needleworker. Quite accidentally, she was just in one of the rooms and I was chatting to her away, and then somebody says, oh, you do a Flosstube, don't you? What is it? And she went, oh, I'm Kim. And I went, you're the Contented. Oh my God. Like, ridiculous. What a lovely lady. What a lovely lady she was. So yes, I did as much as I could. But I've done a little bit more on this, and I do need to watch it. Because the whole point of paying for the lesson was to be able to make it, wasn't it? So this is where I am. So the last time you saw it, I think I'd done about half of this one. So I finished that off apart from the back stitch. I'm not too far away on this one at the bottom. So I've started on the sides. I mean, this is a million miles away from my comfort zone. This isn't something I would normally do with pinky pastel colours. But I really wanted to do the house and to learn how to do it. And it is dead canny. And I'm so sorry I've forgotten the lady's name, but she says, oh, you might want to tea dye your fabric because it looks really yellowy. It doesn't in real life. Yeah, it does when I'm looking at it there, but in the normal light, it's a, what colour is it? Wheat, fibre on a whim. And it is a much more sandy colour in real life, so it's not as bad. And I couldn't, I don't know, I didn't have anything. Well, I did have stuff. I don't know if any of you are like me. I buy these lovely, wonderful, gorgeous fabrics and then I don't use them because they're just, it's a bit like when you buy a new dress. Oh, that's just for good. You know, you keep it for best. Well, my fabric, I keep it for best. So I did have it, I just didn't want to use it. So I chose this. That's what I chose. So yes, I know. But you're right, actually. Tea dye never occurred to me, and that could have worked probably quite nicely. So that's as far as I am, and I need to go back and watch the class and figure out how to make it. I mean, the class was on during my time zone as well. I mean, like during my awake hours. I can't remember what time it was, but it was during my awake hours. But I didn't have it in me. So, next one. Stacey Nash, Gingerbread House, that I did for the Jingle Ball as well, for the sewing book. The last time you saw this, because I had to watch me last Flosstube before, all I'd done was what was that side? The white of the top of the roof. So compared to that, I have done quite a bit more. Although you'll notice it's not in me finish pile. So I have finished that side, and that's the back. And I'm doing this on 36 count earthen by Picture This Plus. So I'm doing 1/2. And that is the front. So I am not a million miles away. I need to finish these garlands and finish the doll, and that is pretty much it. Oh, I've got lollipops, so I've got that one. I've got to do a little one and a medium one over here. But I mean another, I would say about 6-7 hours, and that could be done easy for me. I've been very slow this last few weeks stitching, so I've always had stitching out and on my hoop, but I keep zoning in and out of daydreams and what have you. So that is that, and I am pretty pleased with it. And I did watch Stacey's class. I watched it first thing in the morning on the Sunday, because that was during my nighttime hours. Well, it was 11 p.m. I think some of the UK girls stayed up and watched it. Not me, not me. I don't stay up past my bedtime for anyone, not even Stacey Nash. Which surprises you, I'm sure. So hopefully that will be a finish. And I'm looking forward to fully finishing it as well. Oh, have you seen, do you follow Sarah Stonehouse? She's just finished hers and my goodness. She's added some bits onto it. So she's added like linings and stuff like that Stacey hasn't done. And it just is fabulous. Look her up on Instagram. She's incredible. Incredible. Yeah, that good. And I am doing this all with a call for. Look at that. Isn't that a perfect palette? Perfect colour palette. Right there. So, there's that. Shouldn't be using zips. This cat still never left us, you know. He's still here. Cleaning his tail. What's wrong with your tail? Where's it been? You right? You're a good lad, aren't you? You're a good lad. This is a bigger whip, and this is also a gifted to me one from Historical Sampler. So this all comes with the advent box. So when you get the advent box, you get a stitch along, all the linen, all the threads. You then get 4 or 5 patterns in the advent stuff, as well as some really cool stuff. I've got some here. There's the other ones. Like these, we've got these in one of the days. I think they're gift tags, but I'll be honest, I mean the quality, it's like card, you know, it's not just thin paper that you would normally have a gift tag on. I would be tempted, because we got 3 of them. Oh, you can't see them. That's it. We've got 3 of them with different little pictures on. I would be tempted to put them on my tree. And, oh, I've just had a good idea. Well, no, I've just had an idea. Whether it's good is debatable. You could do a little stitch as well and put it on the back, couldn't you? You know, like you do in them little inch hoops that you get, the little wooden hoops. You could do just a little, that would be canny. So yes, you get all of those kinds of things as well. So you get some fun stuff as well. And we've just got a few little charms that are gorgeous. They're sitting down on my mantelpiece actually. I've got them laid out on my mantelpiece. They're lovely. You get all the threads. They're all DMC threads and they're all pre-sorted, which I've said before. And this, I'm stuck on me. I'm sitting on my card. You know, people always say it's like having you in the room with us, and I suppose it is, you know, when you're just sitting chatting to people and you're like, hey, do you know, what about this and what about that? And oh, I'm sitting on my cardy, hang on a second while I untangle myself. So this is as far as I am with the Historical Sampler one. So when you last saw it, what have I done since you last saw it? So I have added in the greenery down here. I've put in a lot more of the lollipops and the what you call it, in the spaces. I think I'd done the reindeers. I was just at the top of his sleigh, so I've finished his sleigh and I've done the lollipops, and I've done, oh, I've forgotten I've done that one. So I've done all of that one at the bottom as well. I haven't got much far to go on this. I just need to put in some white on the little holly things. And then I've got 2 or 3 more boxes to go. I will finish this. I like this. And you could get a choice with Historical Sampler. You can either get linen or Ada. So this is 32 count linen. And yes, I'm doing it 2 over 2. 2 over 2. And I think you could take any one of these boxes and make a little card from it, you know, like a little Christmas card. I will definitely be keeping the patterns because that is what I will do at some point in the future. The idea's there. I know that doing it is apparently the point. But looking out, seeing what kind of sunrise we're getting this morning. We usually have a nice sunrise for you, don't we? It's looking a bit orangey. Yeah, I haven't told you the time. I think it was 7ish when I started. It's 10 to 8 now, so yeah. I was up quite early this morning. I've won some money on the lottery. I never put the lottery on, ever. I just keep going, oh, I wish I win the lottery, but I don't put it on. So I put I just had a fancy and I put a Euro Millions one on last night. And I woke up to an email saying, you've won a prize. I don't know what my prize is because the website's shut down for technical stuff. Why would you do that after just having a lottery draw? I don't understand that. So if you don't see me next week, or if you see me and I've got blue sky and sandy beaches behind me, yeah, I won the Euro Millions. If I've got £10, I'll be lucky. And it'll be the first time ever. I have never won a penny on the lottery, ever. I've never had 3 numbers. I've never had a tenner. I've never had anything. So, yeah, I'm not holding out much hope. So, Liz Matthews. Hello from Liz Matthews. Quaker Snowflakes. And I'm doing the negative one. Have I done? Oh, yes, I have done. Oh, it's a good job I watched that. I watched the whip part of me Flosstube again to figure out what I'd done and where I'd been. So, this is where I am. So what have I done? A little bit. So I was just at the top of this. So I've come down here and I've finished this. I've obviously done, well, not obviously, but I've done half of this. I've moved over here and done this one. And I'm just nearly at the bottom. And I think I've done that. So what comes next? What comes next is like the trees and the bird at the bottom. And I think once I change colours, I think it'll go really quickly. Because I think I'll be a little bit like, ooh, I need to stitch on that. Let's see what colours I've got. So these are the colours. Copper and silver. Basically, it's like a silver green. So this is 3064 and 3024. And I think this is the code for... Yeah, no. Okay, so 3064 is the code for. The other one is 3023. And I've obviously decided I couldn't find 3023 and 3024 will do. So I might have a little look back and just check because I've done this. I did this at least a year ago. So I might just check my colours and make sure that I'm still... But yeah, and this has got... This is going to be a wow. And sorry, the fabric is 36 count Lyrebird Dell by Fox and Rabbit. And I'm doing it, did I say 36 count? I'm doing it 1/2. I'm not sure if I can come in. It's quite primmy looking, it's not full. So I don't know whether there's other people, well I know there's other people would want it fuller. You know, like the stitches fuller. Doesn't work for me because you know me and me flipping 2/2. So yeah, I just thought I'd show that there, that That 1/2 on the 36 count lyrebird is quite sparse. I like it, but you do you, boo. I was talking to somebody ages ago, and they said, it was a lady from the US, and they said, what does you do you in the UK kind of mean? And it was like, well, you do what you want. And they said, because apparently in America it's a bit of an insult. Yeah, well, you do you, boo. Do you know what I mean? And that's not my understanding of it in the UK. It is genuinely, no, you make it your own, you do what you want. So just in case any of the US girls are thinking that I'm being really offensive, I mean, I can be, but in this instance I'm not. So I have done a little bit more, and when I say a little bit more, I mean a little bit more. Mill Hill Sleigh Ride. I love these, you know, and I get started on them and I just lose interest, and I don't know why. So I have done all of this blue, and I've started to fill it in here, and I've done all of the blue around there. So not very much, but I've remembered why I liked it. So thank you, Flosstube. I think I'll work on that. Do you know, I think the problem is things like this I used to take for when my cog had its MOT and things like that, because I can just sit and stitch on it, don't need no hoop, no nothing, everything, all your threads is there. I wouldn't do the beading, but so I begrudge sitting doing it in the house when I can be doing a big one. So I think that's possibly why I lose interest a bit, because there's times like on a Saturday afternoon I'm sitting stitching, I think, if I'm going to stitch, I'll think, oh, I could do that. And then I think, I'm in the house, I might as well get something out, like a big lady out or something that I can. Am I the only one that thinks like that? And my last whip is my beautiful Sarah Fletcher that I am doing for my friend Patty's birthday. So, is it 30th of June? Might have been the 30th of June. I know my friend Shelley's is the, kept saying first and I think it's the second. So I think Patty's was the 30th of June when I started it. And I've done a little bit more. Isn't that beautiful? I usually put a board behind it, don't I? That's better. So what more have I done? I think, because I didn't have it on my last Flosstube, I think I've done this. I've finished off this. I think I had a row or two to do on this. And I've come down and I've started doing the peacock. Oh, and I have done more Fletch. So every time I pick her up, I'm doing a little bit of that over one. Again, it's not because I don't like doing over one. It's just like 3 hours later and you think, God, I've only done 3 letters. Do you know what I mean? Or is that just me? Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Does it, quite genuinely, do you ladies who have done a lot of samplers and a lot of over one, is that normal for it to just seem to take forever? Or am I just a faff? Am I just faffing with it too much? I've forgotten how much I love that as well. And I'll tell you what else. When I watched my last Flosstube, I'd been working on Modern Folk Embroidery, the Rose sampler, And when I saw, like, I lifted it up and saw it, and it was a bit like, you know how I used to say I fell in love with it from Jane, from Running with Scissors, Stitching with Jane and Julie. Every time she held it up, I just loved it even more. And I had that kind of moment, like, oh, that's gorgeous. That's absolutely gorgeous. Sometimes stepping away is wonderful. I'm doing it with the Versoise 1/2 on 36 count Winter Moon. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of my stitching. So I have got a lot still. I've got some Stitchy Kindness. I have got some things I bought. I have got the Jingle Ball things. I've got the Christmas rules giveaway. Yeah, so there's still a bit to come. So hang around if you want to. If you don't, and that's you done, hopefully I'll see you again next week. And it's been lovely having you over. Give me a moment. I will move things around so that I can show you the things that I've got. 2 ticks. Okay, I think I'm ready to rock and roll for the last part. I am freezing. I am absolutely freezing. And I didn't show you, I got some knitting stuff from the Harrogate show, you know, that I didn't show you, so it was too much. Yeah, I haven't actually gotten as far as opening it or figuring out how to do it. That's a problem for tomorrow. But that's why it links to my hands, because I've got Reynards and it's been really bad recently. So I wanted to knit myself some fingerless gloves. I don't know if I've already told you this. If I have, just ignore me and skip past like a few minutes. So I decided I was going to knit some fingerless gloves. And my friend Jess said, Cross Stitch Jess on Flosstube, said turtle doves are really good if you want some. So I got some, and they are very, very good. But I will knit myself some. I try to at some point. What did I get? Right, well, I'm in the auto ship with Patchwork Rabbit and Jack Frost's Tree Farm. So I got this through Douglas Fir. I'd quite like to start these. And the only thing that's putting me off is it tells you on the first one that I got, that I showed you last week or the week before, maybe month before. I would quite like to start them, but it shows you on there what size material you need. And I think it's I'll figure it out another day. Do you know what I mean? Because I would like to do it all on one. I wanted to do that with this is my only nod to Christmas. Well, I suppose the winter thingy. But Country Cottage Needleworks Snow Village. I've done the main one and then 2 of the shops. But I wanted to do it, I would like to have done it on a big thingy. And I couldn't figure out the numbers at the time. Long story short, it's complicated. I need to sit down. It's not complicated. I just need to sit down and work it out. With a bit of fabric. Just do it, Sherrie. Stop procrastinating. I procrastinate about Yes, that one. If you want something new for Christmas, I got these Guggenheim scissors, shears. And these are quality. 9-inch shears. And they're flat. Well, as flat as you can get, so you can stitch along, cut along. Can you hear that? I got them right, and I'm sat on my armchair thinking, and I said to the cats, I need to cut something. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. I need to cut something. I still haven't cut any fabric with them. Should we do it live on air? Let's have a look for a little bit of scrap fabric. Here we go. Need a little bit of scrap. Rit dyed this and it didn't come out the way I wanted, but hang on to it because you never know what'll come in. Right, because for me it's always in the sound. I don't know if you can hear that. So this could be a problem. I could do that all day. If you come back next week and I've got all these little small squares to do smalls on, you know I've been happily cutting with my scissors. They've got a bit of weight to them. They are just beautiful. I'm not a sewer. I can only talk about my experience. And I think these are quality scissors. And they were, I think, quite a nice price for, depending on how old your kids or siblings are. They're reduced at the moment to £21. So I think it's 50% off. But they are glorious. And just as I was checking out, they said, oh, do you fancy these for an extra, can't remember how much they were, an extra tenner or something. And of course, I'm a marketer's dream, as we know. Look at these. Aren't these fab? Haven't cut any fabric with these either. I've been cutting my thread. Oh, now listen to that. How flippin' sharp can you get? I'll be honest, right? I thought these were going to be a little bit, I thought they were going to be littler, so I could use them for me stitching. They're probably not. Stitching, what's the word? Sounds awful, but they're almost too good to use for just cutting thread. So I think if you're a sewer and you cut a lot of material, I'm sure these would be great for smaller bits of fabric. I just love them because I love them, because they're dead canny. And I think, and they all come like boxed like these, and they're just beautiful. Really, really. I would, for me, only for me, I love them. I would recommend them. But if you're a sewer and you know stuff about scissors, you might not. So, you know, this is just my take on it. What else did I get? I'll show you what I bought before I show you the kindness that I got. I went shopping with the dog. We got an order. We decided to do another order of Owl Forest because they had however many % off, and it was quite a good, it was at least 20% if not more. So we did another Owl Forest order between us. So I got, and Rachel's the grown up, she organises it all. So I got this one. Tea sampler. Right up my street. I love me a cuppa. and I have looked at this again and again and again and again. So I got it. I also got these threads. Again, they are the DMC version. I would never again get the cheaper version. Never again. If I couldn't afford the DMC, then I would definitely get the cheaper ones again. But if I have a choice, I will always get the DMC ones. Hello! Are you coming to see everybody? Stop nosing at me things. Them's off Rachel. Oh, I know what it is. It's a box. No, them's off Auntie Rachel. I can give you a box. Jem, you cannot sit in there. Have you seen this cat? Well, obviously you can't. Right, let me get the things out. Cats and boxes? What's that all about? There you go. There you go. And now he doesn't want it. Need you know. Right. There you go. Put it in the fluff here. Go and sit on the floor. So yes, as I was saying, so if I can afford the DMC, then I'll always get the DMC again now. These are for Vintage Kitchen, which I own. I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure why I got them. Because I've always said I would get the threads if I could, so I don't know why I didn't order these. My head has been all over the place though. So now I think this was a little gift. Lychee. Country Cottage Garden samplers. Now I'm going to show you how you store these, because when you store them together they get really bulky like that. You can see. Oh. Sorry about that, just I want to show you. So they get really bulky for trying to store them. So the way you store them, oh God almighty. Yeah. Take this, cut it. Pull the end out. And separate the thread. And there you go. That's how to store it. Hello, I'm coming back. I haven't got a box anymore. Jem, you're not the star of the show, son. I am. I'm the famous one, not you. Famous. Yeah, in a different lifetime. So separate them out. There you go. So that is how you store them. So I have done I did a few. So that is how you store cottage garden threads. I put that on there. But I think that lychee was a gift. I think. Because I was tormenting her. I was the very first one to order fabric through our website. So yes, Rachel the dog is now doing fabric. I got this one, which is gunmetal. Mixed Dye Works, 40 count, 36 count. And I think that's going to be lovely because it's not a black, so it's not as difficult to see. And it's a really nice, it's got a nice open weave to it. I ordered this. Ooh la la. Sherrie. And it has these in them. So, and there's more. So I ordered that. I ordered this because I've got the Bar Humbug and Marley is Dead, I think. So I wanted like the series, so this is obviously the start of the series. Primitive hair and ornaments, Christmas Carol ornaments. They'd be canny. They'd be canny to make. And I got some week's linen. And the big news, I got Silent Night, Lauren, Flossabilities. It is amazing. And that's what the lychee's for. Run, run, run to get Lauren's new pattern. She's so good. So, so good. I love this. I love the way I just think it's glorious. Really, really, really is. Lovely. Lovely. Well done, Lauren. You did good. The girl did very, very good. So, from the Jingle Ball, I'm going to show you a few. No, didn't get this from the Jingle Ball. Chris the Canton Stitcher, who I did meet at the Jingle Ball, but she was doing this on Instagram the other day and I was like, oh, I need that. Yes, I thought exactly the same. So I got that, and it's Hobby House Press, so I just got the PDF because I've discovered you can't get it anywhere. Well, couldn't get it anywhere else that I could find. And the Jingle Ball, I got hands-on design. I got bottle and brush tree. Can I show you this? I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. Let It Snow. Hands-on design. Hands-on design. Christmas. What does it say? Christmas folk. I got festive fobs, little festive fobs, winter edition. And I also got some more, but my printer decided to run, well, the printer didn't decide to run out of paper, but I ran out of paper this morning when I was printing them. So I'm going to have to show you on my phone. So I got Stacey Nash, Little French Hen. Oh, that's not working very well, is it? Again, Stacey Nash pin book. What's it called? Pin keep stack. Little pillows. I thought they were dead canny. And I got the hair crackers, animal crackers. So there's Millie, who is bloody lush. Millie the Elephant Man. Chili, the penguin. And there is Blizzard. What is he? Not sure what he is. So there's Blizzard. I'm not entirely sure what he is. Is he a fox? Maybe a fox? Maybe a fox. I got Teresa Koga. This was the exclusive for the Jingle Ball up on the rooftop. So they will come out. It's just that they're an exclusive for a year. What else did I get? Again from Teresa Koga, Country Centre. And that was about it, I think. And then, I'm still freezing, my Stitchy Kindness. I got a gift that I was allowed to open. Well, I kind of had to open because when I opened it, it was just like that. It wasn't wrapped. And my will isn't iron. It's not, I haven't got a will of steel or iron or anything else metal. So I did open it. But I know she did mean for me to open it as well. So poor Alison, who I was sending midnight texts to, sent me this as a bit of a Christmas present, but she sent it early as a bit of a pick-me-up as well. So I am and was blown away. So I got, oh wow, I didn't even see that. Now this is called the Christmas Tide Sampler from, who's it from? Hands On Design. And I've never seen anything like this. So you start it. My goal with the sampler was to create a unique stitching experience. Break the sampler down into smaller stitchable sections. Begin December 25th and continue through January the 5th. And that's your 12 days of Christmas, you see. But our Christmas period is turned into running up to Christmas, and then come Boxing Day, that's it, Christmas is over. I mean, most people take the decorations down by now, unless you're having a party. The decorations are down by Boxing Day, and actually that is Christmas. It's the from when Jesus was meant to be born on the 25th. Meant to be born? What I meant by that was some people think the date is a different date. I've heard that before. So anyway, Jesus was born on December 25th, and then it's 12 days after that. I don't know why. Something to do with saints and stuff. I don't know. Go and ask somebody who has done a degree in theology. Is that what? So you get perfect size. This is charcoal linen. Doesn't say who by, just says charcoal linen. And I'm really pleased to have this because the housewives, what's her name? What are their names? Priscilla and Chelsea. They always say if you don't want to stitch on black, stitch on chalkboard. So I'm chuffed to finally have some of this. And it is quite nice. It reminds me that gunmetal I've just gotten. That is very similar. So that is for the bigger pattern. and I got a smaller piece for the little pattern, and they have been sized to fit. And then with it came, and I hadn't seen these. Look at these, man. It's a zip it, like just like a little doodad, you know what I mean? Little zip with, not a zip, a clip to put on your zips. I would put these on my floss ring. I love the jingle and the feel of, you know, Jem's watching, it's like, what are you doing, mother? So there's that. We got the threads, or I got the threads. All of the week's dye works. Thought that was Oscar there. It's not, it's Grassland. Just because I needed some Oscar. Got all the threads, and then got all the finishing materials. There's some batten in there. There's threads. I haven't actually opened it. There's ribbon and pins that I can see. There's board. So there's this piece of board, and there's a smaller square of board to finish. And then even have the wooden boards for the two of them. If you want to blow a stitcher away, we don't get these things, or I've never seen them. Listen, I was just and I said this to her. I said it felt like, you know, when you have a cup of hot chocolate and you have that, oh, that's lush, just lush and warm and filling, and that was the feeling I got. Just beyond grateful. Beyond grateful. Thank you, Elsa. And I promise to stop sending you midnight texts. And I think that is it. So, is there anything else I wanted to say? I know for a fact. Oh, I've got my giveaway, man. I usually forget things, and it's not until I'm sort of sitting down afterwards I think, oh, I never mentioned this. So if I haven't mentioned you, I'm sorry. Massive thank you to everybody who's reached out to me on Instagram and by email. Sorry, on Flosstube and by email, to just say I hope you're all right and I'm thinking of you. Just, yes, thank you. Thank you. It means the world. And it was lovely to meet some of you at the Jingle Ball as well, even if I think you are half mad for watching me. Okay, Roxanne, Gail, I am sorry. I will do better. But I haven't posted your giveaways yet. Please forgive me. I will get them posted. Treat sweet. I will. And I'd like to give away this. And thank you to Val, because it comes from her, really. So for this, we will say the word... What do we need to say? Because we need a word that people won't just, like, use. Anyway. Rules? We have rules, Jem? What do you think? Oh, he's in the huff for this. He's not speaking to us. He's just turned his head. So I took these books off him. Rules. We'll say rules. One thing I did want to mention, I knew that, there was something else I wanted to talk about. Rachel, the talking dog, is now doing thread clubs. So she's doing country classics. Who's country classics? Classic Colour Works and Wicks Dye Works. And there is a one, correct me if I'm wrong, Rich, but Cottage Garden sampling's the one that we've just talked about. Yeah, Cottage Garden Thread, sorry, Cottage Garden Threads. I think Curry's Creations, I think Letitia is doing them. So I think you need to head over there now. Pretty sure Rachel's is full now for both of them, unfortunately. I assume she will be having a wait list, I don't know. But certainly there's a choice of either 5 skeins or 10 each month, depending on what you want to do. I've gone with the 5 a month because I figured that if I go for 10 a month, I'm going to have them all sooner, and I'd like to keep having me presents arrive, because that's what it feels like when you've got like an auto ship. It's like getting a little present every month. So I assume she'll have a wait list. If not, she will tell you that she doesn't. So feel free to get in touch with her. Just totally bombard her. Don't say, I mean, do get in touch with her, but you know, don't say Sherrie sent you. Speaking of which, if you do order from Rachel, remember that you can still get your 5% off if you use Sherrie 5. So, where are we? We're at the end. We have come to the end. I'm sure I've got lots more I should be saying, but can't think what. Thank you for putting up with me this morning. If you've got this far, you deserve a medal. Thank you for all the thoughts and the best wishes and everything else. Very, very grateful. And yeah, we will onwards and upwards. So, when I was looking up today's inspirational quote, I looked up to do with sort of people who've got illness and other people supporting them. So it's kind of, well, it's with me and you in mind that this saying comes from. And the quote is, it comes from Alice Morse Earle. Every day may not be good, but there's something good in every day. Focus on the good, no matter how small. Bye for now.